You ready?
Come on with it.
You ready? All right, good evening, everybody. My name is Darren Bishop. Welcome to the Blaker Surfboards 50 years later reunion and exhibit. I really want to tell everybody here, thank you so much for coming down. Yep, it was a... I can tell you right now this is going to be very interesting, so hang with us. It's a lot of fun. I just want to personally thank Clay and Aline for being there. In Panama, we did all this communication over Facebook. It was a lot of work. There's sometimes when maybe would be off the line for 3 or 4 days. Signal would be down. And then right in the most critical moment, what happened? The computer crashed. Yeah, so I didn't talk to them for about the last 2 weeks. So, moving on. Again, my name is Darren Bishop. And since January 3rd of this year, when the Blaker Surfboards Facebook page went public, and you probably were wondering, like, who is Darren Bishop? I'm going to tell you. I'm the son of Mick Bishop, and I'm the nephew to Steve and Dickens Bishop. Where's Dickens? Right there. And let me just stop the story here. And it says, but before I go any further with the story, I want to introduce 2 of the finest people I've ever met in my life. And I'll, of course, add that these 2 folks are 2 Texas legends of surfing and scuba, and everybody's favorite second set of parents, Mac and Rose Blaker. Oh, shit. Sorry. All right.
Come on, Darren, don't fall off.
Let me get out of the way, I'm too tall.
Come on, Matt.
All right, you guys good? All right, so I want to kind of briefly go over. Listen up. I want to briefly go over how this whole thing came about. Let me just talk about that here. I was last year in June. I was looking online on Facebook, and I came across a post that was to Aline, and it was from a family friend here named Angela Withrow. Angela's right here. I want you to know that her dad was Joe Anise. I think most of you know Joe Anise. Joe passed away last year. When I saw that post, this idea of throwing this event was already happening. It was the discussion that I had. Where did my Uncle Steve go now? Right there. It was a chat that I had with him. And once we learned about Joe's passing, it was a real kick to the gut. And I said, we as the Bishops knew Joe very well, my Uncle Dick and Steve. And they went through all of life together and did all kinds of crazy things and surfed and all that stuff. So when that happened, I said, you know what, we got to have this conversation about doing an event like this. I don't think there's anybody in this room is getting younger. Raise your hand if you're getting younger. Oh, there's a couple. There's a couple. Okay, I'm sorry. I was wrong. Anyway, I want to move on with this, and Angela's heartfelt post was about the passing of her father, and that's what I saw. Her dad was Joe Anise, a good friend, like I said, of the Blakers and Bishops. When you get a chance tonight, please stop by and say hello to Angela, her mom, and her husband, Max. Please stop by. Joe's a great guy. It means a lot for me, us, them. Please do that. You good? You good? Okay. Moving on into the discussion here, one of the other factors was when I was thinking about doing this event is I certainly didn't want to see the Texas surf movement from the mid-60s to slide into some kind of obscure thing. And I felt like it wasn't demarcated or marked a line in the sand, if you will. Something needed to be done, something needed to be recognized, people needed to be acknowledged. And that's what we're doing tonight. These folks right here put a lot of heart and soul into the stoke that we all feel today. So what I ended up doing is after I talked to my uncle, I then approached the Texas Surf Museum about the idea of doing the event.
Quiet.
So, I can see all this action going back here. When we did we asked the Texas Surf Museum about holding this tentative month and time frame for us to do this event. So they said, oh, okay, sure. Well, my next step was to then contact Clay and Eileen, and I wrote them, and I was very frank. I said, listen, if you think this is for a second of real pain in your, you know what, just tell me. You're not going to hurt my feelings. We'll just shelve the thing and move on. They wrote back a couple weeks later. Because of the internet connectivity in Panama, it would drop out. So there would be a couple weeks where we couldn't see each other or talk or whatever. They wrote back, long story short, and said, we think it's a wonderful idea. So I asked them on the tail end of that, I said, well, what do you think the chances of having Mac and Rose show up? That's called going right for the throat, or the killer, the juggler. So they said at the time, they said, we're not sure. We're not sure what they can do or where they're at, but we're going to be going at Christmas time to visit them. So they did. They went over there. I was talking to Eileen in the background, and I said, have you spoke to Mac and Rose? They said, we're going to approach them very gingerly with this. We don't know where they're going. I said, will you let me know? And when you know, tell me, and we'll move forward. And that's what was from the beginning. When they agreed to it, I said, well, let's proceed. Here's the ideas I have. So we went with that. So after they visited Mac, a couple of months went by. And then Elaine wrote me and said, they're coming. That's when I put the broadcast on Facebook that said Mac and Rose are coming to the event. And you want to talk about something? That just totally made my day. It put a shiver up my spine to know that they were coming. I couldn't believe it. You want to talk about making a day and making a month? That put the event over the top. Initially, when I was thinking about setting it up, I thought if we could get 50 people here and one Blaker surfboard, it was going to be a success. When they chimed in, it's over the top. Over the top. Over the top. Is it me? I'm from California, or is it about 1,005 degrees in here?
Welcome to Texas.
I know you guys are from Panama. Is it close? Okay, so moving on with the program here. Here we are 13 months later, and I couldn't be more honored or proud. You know what? Hold on. Why do I have glasses around my neck when I should be wearing them? All right, here we go. Yeah, I don't even know. Where are my sunglasses? Okay, so I said I couldn't be more honored or proud to put this event on, not only for the Blaker and Bishop families, but for all of you as well. Really, the Texas surf pioneers are all of you folks. You're part of the family. You need to be recognized. This was a big movement. I'll talk more about that in a few minutes. And I want to say that as well, I can truly tell you that I see nothing but love and pride in all of you with your association with Mac and Rose and Blaker's Water Sports. This was without a doubt an incredible scene that ignited the torch of surfing on the Texas coast. You should all be proud of being part of it. I know I am, and so is my family. Now, I want to go through a couple of special guests that we have, but I want you to know, you know what? Really, everybody here is a special guest. Everybody here is a special guest. So I'm going to announce a few people, and I'm going to call them the special guests. So at the end of all the names, please give a round of applause for our special guest. We have Joe Doggett, or as Mac used to Joe Doggett, or as Mac used to call him, Joe Dawson. Joe Dawson. If you saw the articles on the Facebook page, you should read Joe's articles. They're fantastic. Joe used to write for the Houston Chronicle. He now writes for Texas Saltwater Fishing Magazine. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Our next special guest, this is in alphabetical order, is Henry Fry.
Yeah.
guys got to do it next. You guys got to do it. Henry is a... Huh? Okay. Okay. We have a little moment here. Henry Fry, as most of you know, and if you don't know, famous Houston surf shop owner and shaper. Henry, how many years are you in the business? Are you still in the business?
No.
2008. So what is that? 48 years? Roughly? Okay, about 45, 46 years. Another friend of the family that's here, it's a special guest, is this gentleman right here, Jim Rawlinson. If you did not know, Jim appeared in the first Endless Summer movie.
Yeah.
Check out Jim, very cool.
Is that your son?
And then we have B.J. Williamson. B.J. Surf Shop on Katy Road, I believe, and he's another famous Houston surf shop owner and shaper. Please give it up for all these people. I have two more names. We have Courtney Parks here from Tropic Surf. Courtney Parks, right there.
I haven't seen them.
Focus Del Toro. If you haven't been, you should go. Yeah, don't tell them that. It's on the Pacific side. All right. And our last special guest is Eric Rinkoff from Base Surfing.
Eric!
Thank you for coming. Thank you so much for coming. Okay. Can I have your attention, everybody? We're going to keep moving with the program here. We're going to go through a little series of thank yous because there's so many people I need to thank for all this setup, creation of this event, and there's been many, many people involved in this. I'll start with a huge thank you to the Texas Surf Museum. Hey! My own words here, like the rest of them aren't, is I feel secure that they will keep in perpetuity all of the items that were donated and are loaned. It's a very cool museum, and I now think that they have gone, I think they've gone non-profit is what I read. Yes. And I see nothing but a bright future for them. It's going to help. So, round of applause for it. I don't know if Nicole Moore can hear. Nicole Moore right there. I want to personally thank you and Brad for all your assistance. For your individual assistance and all the help. Thank you, Nicole. Please tell Brad.
Hey, Nicole!
Moving into the next thank you list is everybody that brought a board. A surfboard for the exhibit.
You're welcome.
Here are the following names.
Oh, no.
Brandon Blaker, thank you.
Thank you, Brandon.
Albert Brown. Joe Duckwell. Joe.
Joe! You bought, Joe!
Joe, you brought your board.
You bought, Joe! You didn't bring it!
I didn't want to embarrass Matt. I'm bringing it.
Oh, come on!
I just talked to you and I blew that line. Right. My fault, my bad. All right, and John Olvey. John Olvey. All right, listen up for special instructions here. John Olvey brought a freshly shaped board, I think by BJ.
Bye, BJ.
Yeah.
And the board is right over here next to the wall. And what John wants all of us to do, he's got a Sharpie over here. He wants all of us to sign that board. He's going to be standing here. They're going to have a gloss coat put on it. And then after that, we're going to take it to Somalia. Kidding. There you go. But he's got that. That's a real deal. Sign the board. Please sign the board. We also have Kevin Stanton brought a board or two. Thank you so much, Kevin, wherever you are. And finally, I mentioned Angela Withrow earlier. She brought her dad's board. It's AKA called the Mouse Board. That's his nickname. She spent the better part of 10 years tracking that board. Found it. It's right over here. It has a purple nose. Awesome board. Please come and check it out. Moving on, we're going to go to everybody that donated or loaned to the museum. Please hold your applause till we get through all the names. Dickens Bishop, my uncle. Blaker team jacket, photos, and newspaper clippings. Steve Bishop, Blaker team jacket. Annie Blaker McLemore, Blaker team jacket, Blaker shirt. Bruce Smitty Smith, thank you for all the framed photos that you see in the back. Thank you. The next item of business is a thank you to all of those. And I'm telling you, you guys all need to pick up a copy of the Si Senor movie. It's not in its entirety, but it's still cool as hell. Here are the people that did the restoration. Let me tell you a little story. When I saw somebody 20 years ago, my dad, Vic Bishop, I don't know where he went, and my uncles Dick and Steve, we went to visit the Blakers, and Mac took me into the garage and showed me the actual film can of that movie. And he told me right then, he said, one day I'm going to put that together. It's done. Pick up a copy. It's over there for sale. Here are the people that put in the time and hard work. Mac Blaker. Cindy Blaker Marmack. Tim's wife. Jim Marmack. Jim McLemore. Jim couldn't make it. He had a prior engagement with his band on Maui. And Tim Marmack, right here. He's in your restoration. I want to thank everybody for all that you did on Facebook. You guys pumped up. That's what made this deal go. Everybody caught fire when they saw those old photos. I encourage you all to keep sending them. We had a special segment on that thing that said, send a picture of yourself with your favorite boards. I know Albert did it, Dick did it, Tim did it, Steve did it, Clay did it. I need your picture. We need everybody else's picture. So continue to keep Facebook alive for our page, Smart Page. I want to thank personally Gary Evers. Where is Gary? Gary's right here. Gary sent in a historic batch of photos from way back. Thank you so much. Gary is here for photographing the event, so we're going to try to pick up a spot. Maybe we can get people to show up and get your photo taken so we can pop it up on Facebook for the after-event party. Thank you, Gary, so much. And I want to thank all the people that set up the museum today. Thank you. That was a lot of work. I flew out 135 t-shirts. I've never had a suitcase so big and so heavy. It extended way past the normal weight. It was about 73 pounds. And the guy that tried to lift the bag about broke his back. So I said, don't lift it. He tried anyway. And I said, I told you. He didn't search it. He didn't search it. And now I want to move on. And this is a special, all this is special, but again, the special moment. I want to go through the list of Blaker Water Sports employees and team riders. So hold your applause to the end because I'm going to move through the names. But you guys can think about it and give a big round of applause at the end, and I'll give you the signal. This is in alphabetical order. First person, employee and team rider, Susan Allen. Is Susan here?
He's here.
She's here somewhere.
Okay, team rider. Beryl Ann Barnes, team rider.
Burl.
She's not here.
Berlin.
Merle.
She's not
Berlin.
Joe Anise, team rider.
Rest in peace, Joe.
Jimbo Barnes, team rider. Danny Bergeron, team rider. And it gives me great pride to announce the next three guys that have played a huge role in my life. In and out of the water. It's hard to say. Thank you. I'm going to get you in a minute. We're going to start with my uncle Dickens Bishop, shop clerk and team rider right here.
Round the applause.
You failed the test. You have to leave now. No.
I did it.
Okay, second on the list is my dad, Mick Bishop. Original shaper, team rider, and creator of the iconic Laker logo that you're all wearing if you have the shirt on. Last but not least is my uncle Steve Bishop, shaper, team rider, and the creator of the C Senor logo on your CD. Keep moving here. It is also an honor to announce the next three folks, and I think you probably have heard of them. We're going to start with Clay Blaker. Shaper and team rider. The next guy is pretty obscure, Mac Blaker. And wait for it, right here, the last one. Wait for it. Rose Blaker. Wait. Rose Blaker, owner and all-around sweetheart. Our next team rider, standing right back here in the black hat, Bobo Condi. Team rider. Pam Curtis, team rider. Elaine Dunn, team rider. Where's Elaine? She's right there. Elaine's sister, Gloria Dunn. Team rider. Robert Herb Glasser. Okay. Jim Frost. I think a lot of people know Jim Frost. Shaper and team rider. Jim actually sold his house and is moving out. Couldn't make it, which pretty much bummed him. I think
We tried to kidnap him and he just
wouldn't do it.
We all did.
George Glass. Team rider. George Glass, team rider. Charlie Hardy, team rider. Maria Hudson, team rider. Rex Hudson, team rider. Gary Evers, Glasser, right here. Harold Johnson, team rider. Jerry Langford, team rider. Larry Langford, team rider. Mike Lucid, shop clerk and team rider. Jim Marmack, Glasser and team rider. Where's Jim? Jim McLemore, sander and team rider. Jim is not here. Kathy Oliver, team rider. Steve Perlman, team rider. Not here. Steve Pesman, you might have heard of him. Shaper and the owner of Surface Journal, not here. Sonny Ransom, sander. Jim Rawlinson, shaper. Larry Snyder, team rider. George Snyder, Glasser and team rider. Steve Thomas, team rider. Tim Tyndall, team rider. And our last name on the list, and I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, please come and sock me in the face. Terry Volz, AK Critter, team rider. Oh yeah. Thank you very much. You got a lot of it. It's Mac's fault. He's making me sweat. Okay, here we go. We went through the whole team. Now I'm going to do, this is the last bit of the program here. This is a tribute to Mac and Rose. Got a little bit of help from my Uncle Dick here. Hold on. Here we go. I want to start off by thinking, hey everybody, listen up. I want to start off by thanking Mac and Rose for coming all this way. I know that it must have been a heck of a paddle to get over here, but seriously, it's so great to see you both. It really is. This event should have happened a long time ago to highlight your achievements in the diving and surfing world. It should have happened a long time ago. Everybody I talk to has the highest respect and regard for both of you. We all admire your leadership, your camaraderie, your generosity, and your pioneering ways in the sport of kings and queens. But even more so, it's the love and enthusiasm that you brought to each and every one of us in and out of surfing. You both have been an inspiration and guiding force, something that both of you should be proud of. As you can see, your kind ways have paid huge dividends. Huge. Huge. I tried to think of how many lives and generations of people you have affected. I got to about 4 generations, but it could be more. Not sure. Without you and a few others, this movement may not have happened on the Texas coast. Seriously, it may not have happened. These guys were all the entrepreneurs of getting surfing started. Henry Fry, everybody I mentioned, Jim, the Blakers, etc. For all we know, we could be standing today in the Texas Lawn Bowling Museum. Right? Not that that's a bad thing, but come on. You're not surfing. Lawn bowling's going to take a second back seat, okay? I'm sure everybody in this room is honored to have been part of this unique experience. This movement will probably never happen again. Think about that. It'll probably never happen again. All the enthusiasm, camaraderie that all you guys shared with Henry, the Blakers, BJ, Jim, everybody. I can only imagine. I was a generation after that. I missed it all. I only heard about it, and it was cool just to hear about it. I know Angela's hearing it too. We're in that same generation. We got the leftovers. We're cool with that, okay? We're cool with that. So, in conclusion, your legacy and positive influence will continue for generations to come.
Absolutely.
The last thing I'll say here is we all say thank you for all that you did and all that you continue to do in life and the sport of surfing. Thanks so much for the stoke. We all love you. All right. Rose Blaker wants to say something.
It was so great seeing all of you, and thank you so much for coming.
All right. Got one more thing to say. Clay's going to say something right here. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Clay's going to say something.
All right. I want everybody to give the biggest hand you can do and make it a huge one for Darren Bishop. Thank you so much.